What would happen if you suddenly found yourself falling into the roaring waters of Niagara Falls? Imagine the heart-pounding moment as gravity takes hold, pulling you towards the churning abyss below. Niagara Falls, a breathtaking marvel straddling the border between the United States and Canada, isn't just a stunning spectacle. It's a powerful force of nature. Standing at over 167 feet, the falls unleash over 6 million cubic feet of water every minute over its crestline. That's enough water to fill nearly 50 Olympic-sized swimming pools. The sheer volume and force of this water create an overwhelming roar, and a mist that can be seen from miles away. Plunging into these waters, one would be subjected to immense pressures and a tumultuous descent. The water, crashing down with such force, surrounds you, creating a situation where both awe and fear intertwine. Now let's dive into the chilling physics of this fall and what it means for survival. Imagine tumbling over the brink of one of the world's most famous waterfalls. As you plunge toward the churning waters below, you're falling from a height of 167 feet. That's as towering as a 15-story building, or stacking about 22 average-sized cars on top of each other. The sheer height alone is enough to quicken anyone's pulse. Now let's dive into the physics of your fall. As you descend from the top, gravity pulls you down, accelerating your fall at approximately 32 feet per second squared. This relentless tug means that by the time you reach the bottom, your velocity is about 70 miles per hour. It's like hitting the highway speeds in just a free fall. No engine required. But what happens on impact? The water at the base of Niagara Falls is not just any pool of water. It's a turbulent, frothy beast with varying depths. On hitting the water, two main forces come into play: impact force and water resistance. The impact force is tremendous because of your high velocity and the water's surface tension, which initially resists your entry. It's akin to briefly hitting a solid. Following this brutal greeting by the surface, you then contend with water resistance. This force slows you down, but how quickly it does so can vary. If you're lucky, you plunge into one of the deeper parts of the river, where the water can more effectively absorb and disperse the energy of your fall. In shallower areas, however, the water isn't deep enough to cushion your fall adequately, which can be problematic. Moreover, the churning waters also create a whirlpool effect. The swirling water can pull you down even after you've broken past the surface, complicating your chances of a swift resurface. With such forces at play, survival seems a daunting challenge. But has anyone ever survived? Believe it or not, some have faced these waters and lived to tell the tale. Among the daredevils and accidental survivors, Annie Edson Taylor stands out prominently. In 1901, on her 63rd birthday, Taylor ventured over the falls in a custom-made barrel. Her secret? The barrel was equipped with a mattress for padding, and Taylor strapped herself in tightly to minimize movement. Before her perilous journey, she tested her barrel by sending her cat over the falls. The cat survived, and so did she, albeit with a few minor injuries. Taylor's success was a blend of careful planning, robust design, and quite frankly, sheer luck. Moving forward several decades, in 1960, a 7-year-old boy named Roger Woodward was swept over the falls after a boating accident. Unlike Taylor, Woodward had no barrel or protective gear. His survival hinged on the life jacket he was wearing and the relatively favorable water conditions that day. Rescuers quickly retrieved him from the basin below the falls, shocked but alive. Woodward's story is not just one of survival, but of miraculous fortune. Then, there's the account of Kirk Jones in 2003. Jones decided to challenge the falls with nothing but the clothes on his back. Astonishingly, he survived the plunge with minor injuries. Experts later suggested that the time of year and the water's depth at the base of the falls played critical roles in cushioning his fall. Jones himself credited divine intervention for his survival. These stories are extraordinary, no doubt. Each survivor had their unique combination of preparation, protective measures, and sometimes unintended help from nature. However, the common thread in all these tales isn't just the bravery or the foolhardiness, it's the unpredictable mix of factors that contributed to their survival. These stories, while miraculous, are exceptions and not the rule. If one were to find themselves falling, are there strategies that could increase their chances of survival? Let's delve into a few hypothetical survival strategies that might just tip the scales in favor of the fortunate, or the truly prepared. Firstly, understanding the best body position is crucial. Imagine you're in free fall. The instinct might be to flail or try to swim through the air, but this could be counterproductive. Instead, experts suggest adopting a tight, streamlined position like a professional diver. Arms pinned to the sides, legs straight and together, and the body as vertical as possible. This position helps in reducing surface area impact and might direct you deeper into the water, away from potentially deadly shallow areas. Speaking of which, aiming for the right spot in the water below could make a significant difference. The center of the river, where the water is deepest, is generally the safest bet. This area is more likely to cushion your fall and reduce the risk of hitting submerged rocks or debris. However, it's important to note that the currents here are also stronger, which brings us to the next critical point. Once you've impacted the water, the immediate action is paramount. Assuming one survives the initial plunge, the force of the water can be disorienting. It's vital to attempt to orient oneself and swim toward the surface if possible. This is where the challenge becomes as much mental as it is physical. The psychological toll of such an experience cannot be underestimated. Remaining calm is perhaps the most crucial survival strategy. Panic can lead to rapid exhaustion and impaired decision-making. Training oneself to manage stress, maintain breathing, and focus on immediate goals could be life-saving. Yet even with the best strategies, the power of Niagara is overwhelming. No amount of preparation can guarantee safety when faced with the raw force of one of nature's most formidable creations. The allure of Niagara Falls is undeniable, but so is its danger. As one of the world's most breathtaking natural wonders, Niagara Falls attracts millions of visitors each year, drawn by its immense beauty and raw power. However, the falls are not just a beautiful spectacle. They pose real risks that demand respect and caution. The dangers begin with the strong currents that swirl at the base of the falls. These currents are incredibly powerful and can easily overpower even the strongest swimmers. The water rushes at such force that it creates a churning whirlpool effect, dragging anything near it deeper into its depths. Then, there are the sharp rocks. Concealed beneath the surface of the churning waters, these jagged edges are remnants of the natural erosion caused by the falls. They are unforgiving and hazardous, and have been known to cause serious injuries to those unfortunate enough to come into contact with them. Another peril, often underestimated by many, is hypothermia. The water at Niagara Falls is chillingly cold, averaging about 32 degrees Fahrenheit. This frigid temperature can cause hypothermia in mere minutes, impairing muscle function and eventually leading to exhaustion or unconsciousness. Recognizing these dangers, safety barriers are strategically placed around the most hazardous areas of the falls. These barriers aren't there to obstruct the view, but to protect the public, ensuring that the awe-inspiring beauty of the falls can be enjoyed without tragic consequences. The installation of these barriers and the presence of warning signs around the falls serve as a constant reminder that while the falls invite admiration, they also demand respect. Venturing beyond these safety measures can result in severe penalties, and more importantly, put lives at risk. Indeed, the majestic Niagara Falls is a place of wonder and awe, a sight where nature's power is on full display. But it is this very power that makes it dangerous. Visitors are encouraged to enjoy the view from a safe distance, to take photographs, and to create memories, but always from behind the safety of barriers designed to protect them. While adventure calls to many, safety should always come first. Falling into Niagara Falls is a scenario few would ever wish to encounter. Through the course of this exploration, we've uncovered the daunting physics of a fall at Niagara, where the sheer volume and force of water are nothing short of staggering. The falls hurl millions of gallons over precipices every minute, creating a plunge that's both mesmerizing and menacing. We've also delved into the astonishing tales of those few who, against all odds, survived the descent. Their stories, while extraordinary, are not endorsements for testing fate. Rather, they highlight the exceptional nature of their survival and the extreme risks involved. Moreover, discussing potential survival strategies has shed light on the critical importance of safety measures and preparedness, though it's clear that the best strategy is avoidance. Niagara Falls commands awe and respect. Its beauty is to be admired, certainly, but from a distance that ensures safety. Remember, the best way to enjoy the majesty of Niagara Falls is from the safety of the observation areas. Stay curious, stay safe.